Welcome to MindBody TV. We're going to do something really powerful today involving mind, heart activation and using the technology of your body. So whatever challenges you may be having physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, I'm going to show you how to experience a quantum shift. You are that powerful so that you can activate deeper healing for any of these aspects of your life, your money, your relationships, or your body. So welcome. Where are you tuning in from in the world? I'd love to hear from you. I'm really grateful and thankful for everyone who has been viewing the recent workshop that we did. That is still available, so I'll include the link here. It's free, and we did some really powerful work around this. You've got to begin to realize you are powerful. You are not a victim to your circumstances or to your body. And when we ignite this inner power, we begin to truly live in our vitality, our aliveness, our joy, our passion. It is natural that we want to share that with others. It's only when we're in the overwhelm, the lack, the separation, the fear, that it's like, I gotta fend for myself. And it's like such a breakdown. We don't need to live like this. We're ready to awaken and really allow that power within us to live. You're meant to live in prosperity. So are you ready for that? First of all, how does it land when I say that? And what are the struggles that you've been dealing with? Because it's so much more, you're so much more powerful than you think. And we're going to start with the technology of your body, starting with the heart. A couple of weeks ago, I did a session in MindBody TV about how to ignite neuroplasticity, how it's in fact the way we think, our emotions. These are all the molecules, the signaling that impact every cell in our body and even impact our genes, right? The study of epigenetics says it's the cellular environment, not the genes themselves, that determine whether the cells and therefore the body express health or dis-ease. We have the power to shift that. And so we're going to start. If you missed that episode, by the way, it was so powerful because people don't realize the brain is neuroplastic. People don't realize you can change the channels for all of your inner communication, which is like the prime determinant of everything you're experiencing. You have the power to shift that. And we're going to go a step further today to ignite the technology of your heart. So we are all made of energy. We sure do appear solid, but when we look and we really understand scientifically, everything is quantum. Everything is in motion. Everything is affected by the energy around us. And so the biofield, right, your human biofield, you're emitting a signal. You're emitting a current. You're having an effect on everything in the world around you. Vice versa, the world, let's use a different color pen, is impacting you. That's why when you go to like certain areas or you're around certain people, you're like, oh, I feel really negative. I used to go and work at Grady Hospital in the ER when I was functioning as an ER doctor, and people would go home, and my co-residents and I, you'd say, oh, I gotta take a shower and wash off the Grady, because at that environment, like it was a lot of low frequency, a lot of fear, a lot of history, a lot of things happening, and you would energetically feel it. So anyway, you're being impacted by these energies around you. So you are a receiver, right? Energetically speaking, you are a transmitter. In the workshop, we talked about a third function of your energy body that is so essential. This is what I'm doing when I'm working with people live in the Embracing Health program. To be your own healer, you have to understand these three technologies of the body. Okay, so your human biofield is more than just like affecting your cells and your physiology, your well-being, your energy level, which is all awesome. It's also affecting everything in your life. And the key place to shift that, because you don't need to be a victim to the energy fields you're in. Like, I got to get away from that negative person. Yeah, but what you resist persists, and maybe you just end up attracting another person just like it into your life. You have to neutralize the energy first, which is a big part of what we did in the workshop. Again, the link I'll leave here so everybody has access to that free workshop. Today, we're just going to talk about a really simple tool to do that, and that is to go to your heart. Now, in the video I did a couple weeks ago on neuroplasticity, your brain and nervous system are really the currents and the channels sending all the information to every cell in your body. But what governs the brain? Electromagnetically speaking, it's the heart. The currents of energy, electrical and magnetic, from the heart are exponentially more powerful and potent than the electromagnetic currents of the brain. That means when you touch your heart, put a hand on your heart, bring your attention to your heart, just like you're taking a slide from the brain down to the heart, you begin to activate this electromagnetic field. You enhance where your attention goes, your energy flows. Your energy goes to your heart when you just put your attention there. That's how powerful you are. So you just focus on this area. So relax your shoulders, and you can tap. You can just place your hand there. There's electrical energy channels in the palms of the hands. So that's why it's so powerful to put your hand on your heart. We do this automatically. When someone says something really shocking, we put the hand on the heart because we are stabilizing our energy field. So when you put your attention on this area, it actually activates and activates the electromagnetic field of your heart. And so if you're feeling fear, if you're feeling anger, if you're feeling shame, oh God, I'm so embarrassed. What do? Our shoulders curve in. Oh, we're trying to protect ourselves from feeling what we're feeling, but we actually end up suppressing it. You want to do the opposite. Got to let that energy move. Tap on the heart. It's okay to feel what I feel. Breathing in and out. It's okay to feel what I feel. It's okay to let this go. You can actually talk out loud to your body. It's okay for me to feel this and let this go. What you resist persists. What you open to, your feel, releases. So you don't have to hold that anger or that fear or that shame and let it suppress your electromagnetic frequency. When you bring your attention to this area of the heart, it ignites the electromagnetic currents of the heart. This is so important because this changes your brain, right? So the brain is, again, sending the signals to the body, but what sends the signal to the brain? This is where the quantum shift comes in, because you don't have to try really hard to change your beliefs or try to change your thinking. I'm worthy, everything's okay. When you connect with your heart, it allows your brain, your nervous system to already know that, to already immediately, instantly embody a higher frequency. So whenever you're challenged with something that seems impossible, or you're having a symptom that is so overwhelming, you just think, I can't stand this anymore, or there's a circumstance or a person like triggering that out of you, put your hand on your heart. This will repattern what's happening in your brain, your response to the circumstance. It allows your energy circuitry to open. It ignites neuroplasticity, brain and nervous system changes. And it allows your body to integrate the learning and return to harmony. You actually increase the frequency of your biofield. So you're no longer susceptible to lower frequency currents. You're not good enough. You'll never make it. Who do you think you are, right? Other people's thoughts, even your own negative thoughts, they just don't have any power in your biofield. It strengthens your biofield and the natural frequency. I am well, I am loved, I'm powerful. It's okay to feel what I'm feeling. I can move through this. I can open to receive the resources that nourish me. So when you do this, when you just connect with the heart, you become impervious to the lower frequency fields. So yes, you very well may want to leave abusive relationships, but now you will have the power to do so. You will not be in those addictive patterns of, oh, well, but I mean, they did say they love me, so where you don't even see the truth and you can't act upon it. Or I know I really shouldn't eat this, but, and you kind of like do these unconscious behaviors that some part of you knows are not really serving you, but you don't have the strength to change. When you use mind heart activation, and the HeartMath Institute has a ton of research on this. You shift your emotions, you shift your biofield, you shift your chemistry and physiology. So if you're that powerful, you can shift what's happening in your body, you can shift what's happening in your biofield, and your biofield affects the world around you and your circumstances. Everything is possible. Who could I be that would let me remember that? Who could I be in my work so I could show up as who I really am and what I really want? Who could I be in my relationships so I could speak my voice and be really heard and seen and loved? Who could I be in my money that I enter wealth? I'm making the wise investments that grow and expand my life. Who could I be in my body? I nurture myself with food and my body responds with increased vitality. So what do you want? What would you like to create? What are your intentions? And then go to your heart, because this is the portal through which you allow higher possibilities in, and they will affect your body and they will affect others around you. It will increase the frequency of not only your physical cells, it'll increase the frequency of your biofield, the energy you're carrying with you. Again, this can be detected up to 8 to 10 feet away from the body. It's an important thing to know. So Institute of HeartMath did a lot of data and research on this to show that our emotions, when we're feeling joy, love, well-being, we have positive emotions, that it increases the frequency of our biofield. We come into a higher frequency, and that changes the way the brain works. We have a thought like, wait a minute, why don't I just do this? Or I really love that person. I know they didn't mean to say what they said. Actually, what they probably need to hear is, and we find solutions that never would have occurred to us. Vice versa, when we're in lower frequency brain states, let's use this other pen. So anger, fear. Fear. Oh no. It influences our brain. We cannot see possibilities. We cannot let in new information. So if you've ever heard any information like this and thought, yeah, right, that's so stupid, or I've heard that before, or that won't work for me, yeah, and you kind of move on to the next thing, that's just your fear talking. Fear prevents the brain from letting in new information. So when you go to your heart, you begin to transmute those lower frequency emotions. They no longer, what you resist persists, they no longer persist. They no longer influence your brain. Your brain, let's just erase the old brain. You're fresh new brain. Whoa, here's how I think now. Here's who I am now. Here's how I behave now. Here's what I now see. It's not the fear that suppresses your emotions and makes you sick. It's resisting the fear. And what you bring to light, what you become aware of, just tap on the heart and acknowledge it. Wow, there's fear. I'm actually scared to death. I'm really worried that, right, what you acknowledge resolves. What you acknowledge dissolves back into love, right? My nature, or whatever you might want to call it, into my nature. My nature is well-being. My nature is harmony. That's why the body gets sick when I suppress my nature. So how can I begin to take what I'm letting in? Oh, there's lots of scary signals. Oh my gosh, there's stuff happening. And transmute it. Go to your heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, let me just tell you something. It helps to learn the technology of your body to have you do this instead of doing the old patterns. But you don't even have to know this. Just put your hand on your heart. Breathe in this moment. Notice what you feel. Welcome it instead of resist it. Just do the tool. Here I am, body. How are you feeling? I'm so sorry. We've carried this fear. It's okay. We've carried this fear. Right? As soon as it becomes okay, it's no longer resisted. The energy will begin to release because that is your nature. Your body already knows how to do the healing. This is primarily the work we do in Embracing Health. We are working with the electromagnetics of the heart. That is why it is so exponentially powerful. It is truly miraculous in the realm of the conventional medical system that says you're physical and you're broken. We can't fix that. There's no possibilities. Here's how it's going to go. That's why this kind of opens something else, right? Like none of that is actually true when you enter a higher frequency, because you activate the body's ability to heal itself. What is possible for me when I remember this? What is possible for me in my health, in my body, in my relationships? What is possible for me in my work and my potency and my money and wealth and my impact on others? What joy could I be living my life with when I allow my system to release fear? You can and you will, and I look forward to assisting you with this. Definitely watch the recording from the workshop because it'll bring you deeper into this process with the tools to ignite this, as well as some of the science to understand this even more fully. We'll set your vision for like, what is it you want to even do with this? Because as a human being, you get to choose. You are here to have an amazing experience. And it starts with expressing what's really in your heart. So I'm Dr. Kim Duramo. Please share how this landed. Have you heard about this before? Maybe you've used some heart math or other tools like this. And what have you been dealing with or struggling with that you're getting curious? Maybe I could apply this to that. I want to hear from you. We'll be here to broadcast every week in MindBody TV at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday. I'm at drkimd.com, and make sure you're subscribed here in YouTube because we will keep them coming. Love